What is up, guys? Edits by Chris is in the house, stalking you like usual, and today we got a J. Cole off-season 1-week album review. So if you haven't seen yet, go watch my last video, which is my live reaction to the album with my boy Nolan, and it was super fun to listen to the album. But as you guys know, on a first listen of an album, it's almost extremely impossible to truly give a good review because you just don't know enough about it yet. You're literally on the first listen, you're listening to everything at once, you can't take it all in. So I gave you a 9 out of 10 on that video, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what other people think after listening to this album for an entire week, replaying it, and hearing everyone else's opinion. I'm excited to kind of get into my polished opinion on this album and what it truly is. So I want to start off with acknowledging everyone else's opinion. I believe, by watching some videos, by hearing my friends, by hearing everything, this album kind of has a perception, so far at least. Everyone kind of says, oh, it's a good album, it's got a few good songs, but doesn't have very high replay value, isn't the J. Cole that we all know and love, and just simply the song and beat selection just isn't that great. And let's get into it. I agree and disagree with some of those points. One point that everyone's making is, especially J. Cole fans as a whole, is they're saying it's not the J. Cole that we know. It's literally like this feels like a turn-up album. It's not like storytelling and blah, 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 blah. And I completely agree with that. That's 100% true. But in my opinion, that's a good thing. J. Cole doesn't need to do this shit every single album where it's storytelling and all this shit. You can tell he's getting ready into retirement. He's going to retire soon. So he's trying to get all this type of music out there. So when he retires, his discography has everything: the storytelling, the turn up, the sad shit, the motivational shit. J. Cole did it in a smart way where even though it's turn up, he still is talking about things that actually matter, and he's not just saying the exact same thing in every song, which Logic kind of fell into with Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I said in the reaction video, this album kind of gives me a Bobby Tarantino vibe where like it is good, it's just not the same J. Cole that we all know and love. But that doesn't mean you can't love this one too. He's fucking experimenting, and that's what I love. I genuinely like this album, but we're gonna get into, some of the cons of it. Now, I saw a lot of people saying the beat selection wasn't that great. I do not think the beat selection was bad. I think most of the songs have phenomenal beats. It's just some of the songs do have repetitive beats. Many of these beats kind of have the same style to it, where it starts off with a sample and then you have a little mini drop, he starts rapping, then there's a bigger drop. It feels kind of repetitive, and some of the songs are kind of short, so it gives off the vibe that they're a little bit of a filler song, and there's only 12 songs on the project, so there's usually not really an excuse to have a short song like that with not much substance. Like Punching the Clock, for instance, great song, good flow, he sounds great, song is produced great, but it feels like a filler song. It's like less than 2 minutes. It just feels like he wanted to get another song on the project, so he just did the same kind of thing that he always does. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's a good song, I enjoy listening to it. It just feels kind of rushed for an album that's been in the making for 3 years. Now, don't get me wrong, we have songs like Amari, Pride is the Devil, Close, 100 Mil. They all, in my opinion, are great songs. Some would say 100 Mil doesn't have a lot of substance. I get it, but I like the vibe. I like the, he's been in this game for a while and he's still got the motivation. I like that vibe for a song. I saw some people in reviews saying that song is like, what is this about? But I think this song actually fits really well in the project. I think because he's planning to retire, so a song talking about how he's made it and he's super rich, he's a multi-millionaire, and he still has the motivation to try to make the music. I think it's a good song choice for J. Cole. The album is phenomenal. I'm in love with it. I'm playing it 100% all the time. But I do have to agree, a lot of songs on this project don't have the highest replay value. I love this project. I got Amari on replay, 100 Mil on replay, all the songs I just named in the last point. The intro, in my opinion, is the only song that I genuinely did not like. I do not like the intro. It's just like, the beat is not that good at all. The vocals don't sound crisp as the other songs do. The vocals don't mix well with the beat. The song feels very unfinished. Something about that intro I just don't like at all. That doesn't mean it's a bad album at all. I'm just saying what I've noticed. At least when you have J. Cole in this GOAT category, you kind of nitpick his music a little bit more heavily because there's a higher expectation, which he usually meets. And in my opinion, he did meet with this album. This album is fucking phenomenal. There's just certain aspects to it that aren't that great, and that's okay. One song that I really love, that I absolutely love, that I think is getting overshadowed by a lot of people and they're not talking about it enough, is Let Go My Hand. I think this song is so fucking beautifully produced. I think the lyrics are beautiful, the meaning behind it, and it's so like you could just cruise just in your vibe, just listening to it like, damn. I think this song is a J. Cole that we love. Let Go My Hand is beautiful, and that song in itself makes the album amazing because you have songs like Amari, and Pride is the Devil mixed with songs like Let Go My Hand, it really creates for a phenomenal project. And that's why the good in this project truly outweighs the bad, and I genuinely think this project is extremely good, and I don't like that a lot of people are saying it's not. I understand that music is subjective, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's completely okay, especially if it's not your type of music. But people that are J. Cole fans are saying the album is kind of not that great, and it's like, you people are just annoying because you want the exact same song every time an artist that you like drops a song. Like, they want the exact same lyrics in every song. Like, stop, dude. We need a little bit of change every now and then, and that's why this album is so good. Because if you were to make the same type of song, y'all would say that his songs all sound the same, and it's like, you gotta switch it up. In order for an artist to make good music, the artist has to switch it up because the artist has to stay motivated. You can't just say the same shit in every fucking song for 10 years. The last point that I want to talk about on this J. Cole album review before I give my official rating, the features. I gotta say, the features on this album knocked it out of the fucking park, especially on that first listen where we didn't know who the features were, because now I believe it says on Apple Music and Spotify the features on each song, but that first night it didn't say it, so we did not know if there was any features. It looked like there was no features on it. And then you know, in that song with 21 Savage came on, and the Lil Baby verse, ooh, it came on mid-verse. Like, when do you see that happen? It's always after a hook, then the fucking feature starts. But he transitioned mid-verse. God, dude, it was so beautiful. And if you guys didn't know, in my last video, me and Nolan actually predicted it. We predicted both of those features.
It almost sounds like a lot from 21 Savage.
The stuff that I seen got me traumatized. I let the K go and gender die.
No way! What did I say? A lot!
It almost sounds like a lot.
At this point, my man can put Lil Baby on a beat, and I'll be like, they match perfectly.
We just act it up, break it down, weigh it up, now back it up, make a 5 of money.
Nah, bro, they
At this point, my man can put Lil Baby on a beat.
So, without further ado, I'm gonna give my official rating on this album. With taking everything into account, with the good and the bad, knowing that on release day, I gave this album a 9 out of 10, I would like to update my rating. J. Cole, The Offseason, this album is a 7.2 out of 10. I think that is a perfect rating for this album. Good album for J. Cole. I think it suffice. You know, I know that he's retiring soon, and I know he's got about 2 projects left, I believe, and I believe those will be classics. Do I believe this album is a classic? No. I don't think this album is a classic. Do I think it's a great album and fits perfectly in his discography? Yes, I do. And that's why I think a 7.2 out of 10 is goddamn perfect for this album. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. And don't think J. Cole's the only one making music. I got some shit planned. Summer's about to hit. I'm actually graduating high school soon. I'm thinking about making a little graduation vlog when I leave, just so even I can look back on that shit in 20 years. But, you know, this is gonna be my summer, bro. I'm gonna make a summer bop, you know. I originally said I had my 4th mixtape coming out this summer. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be next year or like winter. I don't know. But I wanna make it perfect because y'all know it's the grand finale. It's my fall off, even though I'm not retiring or nothing, but gotta make it before I can retire. Anyway, like and feel the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel, Edits by Chris. I try to make the videos that you guys love and that I love too. So peace out. Edits by Chris out. You guys know I love you. Stay awesome. Have a phenomenal day. I'll see you later. Peace.